I guess it's afternoon now, but good afternoon, everybody. My name's Miriam Divine, and welcome to another one of my daily readings. This one I think is going to go a little bit longer because I got this pull one from the decks, all of the decks. So at least one from each deck, stack them around the creator. And this card is kind of like the theme for 2026 coming up for all of us. It's not just about your own creations and artistic stuff. That's a very important, and this is very much who you are. So look at all the different colors and the rainbow and stuff. But 2026 is like a fruition. It's like a completion or a really big step in the creative process. I know a lot of us had this like last few years, last year, whatever. They were hard. They weren't easy. I know I went through a ton of emotional things falling apart, things looking wild, all kinds of weird downloads and angel numbers, all that kind of stuff. And 2026 is going to start taking all of that weird stuff that's been happening and making your life feel like it's been in this crazy mode, this destruction, wild mode, and it's going to start to bring it back together again into this creation. Now, some people say 2026 is going to be the year. I think it's just another piece of that puzzle, but it's in this coming back mode of the year, right? So let's go ahead and just draw. Actually, just that one. And I might draw a few more depending if we need any more clarification on any of these. That one. And we're going to skip that one. We might, oh look, I got two over here. Neato. Okay. Somehow the cards just stick together. I thought I swore that was only one card. This one tried to give me two. In fact, it's going to give me all three of these. This is going to be an interesting piece here. Let's kind of spread these out over here. This one might be a hidden card again. This one, of course, is the, okay, that one. This is my Christ consciousness deck. So this is going to be a weird theme for my year, working into that process, right? Okay, so we got all these cards, and it's going to be a mess. This 2026 creation is not a clean business, right? I mean, anybody who's given birth or something, creation is not clean. It's not all unicorns and butterflies. There's some pain in the ass, and there it hurts. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of very much beautiful things in here, in this creation, but it is what it is. So we got a little bit of a mess here. So let's look and see what our first thing. Okay, that's exactly what I thought. All of our inner childs, yours, mine, it's coming out this year. Those inhibitions that have been busting away for the last couple years, you're coming back to your little inner child. It's going to start being set free. 2026 is our inner children coming out. And we have these two cards. Yes, the Eight of Swords is this ending, this release of all the things that have been like a mirror. Manifestation, the world, the universe, everything is a reflection of you inside, right? And this is you inside in 2025, 24, 22, maybe since all the way back to 21, maybe even back to, 2001. I don't know. But the world is just reflecting back what's inside of you. So you might be beautiful on the outside, but your insides are reflecting this. And if you know this and control this, your 2026, you'll start rearranging your insides so you don't reflect this I'm trapped, I'm bound stuff, I'm in pain, I'm hurt, that's been coming through. And look, it's not, this is the Divine Feminine card coming out, right? We got this Queen of Swords, which is upright, is like in your magical or mental game. You're, almost on top, but you're getting your hands dirty. This is like going out to take the test for your calculus class versus you're just a badass at calculus. This is that. However, It's not about your ego this year. It's not about, all these logical steps. Yes, you have plans. Yes, you have goals. Yes, you're going to achieve a lot of them this year, whatever they are. But it's not about really this egotistical, I'm going to force my will on everything. And I won't be surprised if I don't see a wand or something out here, because, wands in reverse are the reverse of trying really hard. And we have the Hierophant, right? You don't need to know everything, right? You don't need to have every last bit of knowledge. I love this card, by the way. This is one of my favorite decks. This is the Pastel Journeys deck by one of my life coaches, Vanessa Samina, and I love this deck. This is, I don't know how, this is just a beautiful deck. And this card, upright is me, upside down is me. I mean, if I could pick any card out of her deck, this is like my card. It like all Hecate, keys, everything. Look, peace, black nails, black lipstick. I mean, this is beautiful. But anyway, in the Hierophant, when it comes out in reverse, this is like you don't have to know everything. Yeah, the knowledge is there. Yes, it's everywhere. But it's all intuition. It's just going to come straight into your heart. The keys are just coming right in there. And you don't have to know. It's just going to happen. I mean, this year's going to be so... You don't have to work that hard this year. Yes, you're going to work. But it's going to feel different this year. A very different feel from the last bunch of years. And mirror, I'm going to need my glasses for some of these. I wish that would be my goal this year. But to get rid of my glasses is not it. Be your own first priority. I have a friend, Rachel, and she is one of the most artistic and beautiful souls I know. And she paints, and paints her house, paints her walls, paints her kids' rooms. And she's had a hard time like the rest of us in this last bunch of years, and she's going through some stuff. But she has the most beautiful, beautiful walls in her house. And I don't know what it is, but in 25, if we look up here, see a little 25 here. I don't know if you guys can see this little 25 here on camera. But in 25, you are gathering your paints. You are getting the supplies you needed to paint this mural of your life that is going to be beautiful. See the rainbow? See the cards starting to lay out? Your 26 is going to be beautiful. And I can't wait, Go ahead somewhere in the comments. Tell us about what you want to do in 26. What is this manifestation, this glow up, whatever you're doing in 2026? Let us all know. Claim it. Put it down in the comments. Say, this is my goals. This is my life. 2026 is going to be the best year ever. And we're all stars, right? And you can manifest your every wish. I couldn't got this better. And this is not about, this pyramid guy structure of I'm going to manifest this massive business. Maybe you'll have a massive business, but see how it's just two friends laying in bed, surrounded by knowledge, right? Your manifestation is going to be with friends. It's going to be on a very intimate level with you, and you're going to be seeing the stars. And you are a star, and you can manifest anything. This mural, you can paint. See this right here? This image? You can make this image from inside of you onto your life, and you can do it. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And thorns. Now, let's read what it says here. Weave together the crown of your destiny. So, and I instantly got that there's going to be a few thorns. I'm not saying, like I said, it's not going to be all unicorns. It's not going to be all, this glow up every day. There's going to be some hard work. There's going to be you're going to have to get the F down to business and really work hard. But the crown that you're going to weave, everything of your life that's coming up to this point is weaving this beautiful mural of your life. This is like almost our most beautiful card, because this is the manifestation of it all. This is, you can do it with your friends. This is you doing it even more. It's not just manifesting. You could have manifested anything, right? You could have manifested, I don't know, a bouquet of flowers, but you're manifesting your crown. You're manifesting like this beautiful best year. And it's because of your inner child. It's not because of some outside factor. So you don't need to look far. You just need to look at who you love, who you are inside, and it will just, this year will blow beautiful. And let's move this deck over a little bit so we have some space here. Let's see what the Christ consciousness has to say. This is like the magical superpower in behind a lot of this stuff. And I'm not saying you have to be a Bible thumper or a Christ person to tap your Christ power. I'm not. I'm a Hecatean witch, and anybody can tap the Christ consciousness power. And yes, it's a very overwhelming power, and you have to be able to ride that wave if you don't want to be overwhelmed. But it's a beautiful thing. And you know how the last bunch of years we've all been going through this doom, death, rebirth? It's coming to a close. Christ, this power, whatever you want to call it, it's coming out to an end. You're coming out of the womb. This is our womb. And those last bunch of years could be like us coming through the canal. And all the suffering and all the pain. It's not just hurtful on the mom. Babies come out. They don't come out smiling and laughing. Babies come out crying, right? It's a trauma. It hurts. And this is us. This is us all. And, you know, they talk about the divine feminine coming back into its own. If you've been watching the currents of everything, you know that there's this current of divine feminine stepping back in, starting to reclaim its imbalance, because this masculinity, patriarchal, whatever, and I know I hate to get, into this stuff like that, but it's starting to ebb. They're starting to lose their grip because I hate to say they're idiots. They've gone too far. They've taken one step too far over the precipice, and they're going to fall off, and we're all going to step back in. And we got the Seven of Pentacles here. And, I have to put my glasses on because I think that's a bird. But it's really hard to see this card for me, right? And I think some of you have the same thing, that what you're trying to protect, what you're trying to create. And as I look at this card, I think this is a quail or something in her nest, or in the nest, and she's protecting all of these things. So you're going to have to, now I know this is beautiful, right? This is all coming to fruition, and your rebirth is happening. But see this Seven of Pentacles? You have to protect some of your inner self. You're going to have to protect your inner child. This new vision, your mural. Somebody, and it'll probably be some patriarchal a-hole, is going to come up and try to throw water on your beautiful, chalk mural before you got it drawn out and you have put the protective coating on it. That's what this card is. This is, make sure you put your protective coating on this beautiful you. And let's see what else we got. The Knight of Wands. And yes, I know this is all great, but like I said, somewhere up in here, creating your crown, you're going to have to get to work, right? The Knight of Wands says, get your ass in gear, girly. Get your ass in gear, boy, right? Boy, I get boy, little boy, whatever. Get in gear. It's not all just, I'm going to sit back in my, Cleopatra, avarice dreams, and it's all just going to fall into my lap. You're going to have to get to work a little bit. It's going to take effort on yourself. It's going to take, there's a lot of intuition here, but there's effort into intuition, into relaxing. There's effort into painting. It's not like you just look at the wall and stuff happens. No, you have to get out the crayons. You have to select the right things. You have to actually weave the crown. You have to actually sit down with your friends and BS about stuff, right? And the Lovers. Now, this could be like an inner love with yourself, and I get that for a lot of us, that this is you have to love yourself, but I also, some of us here coming up are going to manifest a physical lover, a partner, somebody who is on your team, somebody who is, this is not just about you. See how there's two of you here? See how there's you as mom and maybe your mom and your daughter all helping you weave the crown? This journey, look, you even have your cat here, right? I know I'm a witchy. I love my cats. In fact, my cat's sitting right over there. Hi, Luna. She's half asleep. Anyway, but you don't have to do everything alone. This is not just about you. Yeah, there's a lot of inner work here. There's a lot of making yourself reflect into something more beautiful. In fact, I can draw something more beautiful to put right on top of that, because this is old you. This is, you're in the mirror, you're being trapped. There's messengers. These little birds are like messengers, right? These are the messengers all coming in, trying to tell your brain, trying to tell you, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. You can't go hug a tree. You can't dance naked in the woods. You can't, you can't manifest that YouTube channel. You can't make your business happen. And this is like those little birdies, and they're all images. They're all like in your head. Even if it's somebody physical telling you that, right? It's still in your head and how you receive it, right? Because you could receive every single one of these as, really, I'm going to show you, you little bee. I'm going to do it. Sorry, I'm kind of a little bit excitable, but this is like the end of the year. This is beautiful. I might even produce this a little bit early. I know there's a lot of people who've already been through the new year. And by the way, those of you who have already met 2026, there's some of you out there. I have a friend in Australia who met it long before we did. She's already been in it for a few years. She's probably sleeping now. But anyway, Happy New Year. I love you all so, so much. And know that I'm going to draw another couple cards, but I just want to tell you that you are loved. This right here, and if honestly, see, you have friends along the way, you have helpers, you have someone to lay in bed with that can sit there and basically hold your hand. There's literally, the disciples went out 2 by 2. It's an actual very smart idea. It's okay to have friends. It's okay to have help. You don't need to do DIY everything. I'm big for that, by the way. I'm a DIYer. I wish I had more time because I would build everything. But this is going to be a year. You're going to have some friends. You're going to have helpers. And it's okay. Have them. Now, I would say, you see this protection card makes, you don't have to share your inner child openly on everywhere so that people come in and stamp you out. Because sometimes there is protection. That's why we got protection. And it came in from this very powerful energy source. This is a very powerful source, And anyways, let's draw a little image card here and see what comes in. Universe, give us an image card, and that's it. And right, serenity. So inner serenity, inner peace. And see how this is like a lavender plant? I feel like it's a lavender plant. It may not be, but I feel it's like a lavender plant. Get lavender this year. Just, I know, unless you're allergic to lavender or something, find a good alternative. But grow a beautiful flower in your mirror. And then all of this is so beautiful. Oh my God, do I want to draw any more cards on this? I don't know if I can get any more, this. I think this is what we have for this year. And this is like your 2026 glow up. I know 25, and I'll give a little prayer. 2025, thank you. 2025, 24, 23. Mine started back in 2018, maybe a little bit before, but thank you for those hard years. Thank you for all of the lessons you taught me, for all of the hurt and pain, and thank you for 2026 and the years that are going to follow, because they are going to be beautiful for all of us. I love you all, and give yourself, your little inner child, all a bunch of love, because you all deserve it. And bless me, and let me know as the year goes by. Check in on my channel. Tell me how your life is going. Yeah, we're going to have ups and downs, but it's going to be beautiful. Bye, everybody. Bye.